Hello, D-Gens. Welcome to Degenerate Takes. I, of course, am the brofict one, AJ, and we got some stuff to talk about. Stuff we are not unfamiliar with. This has to do with the LIV Golf Tour, and this is something that I really wasn't expecting to cover, at least for another couple days. I knew there was going to be a meeting happening, and I think we all knew what was going to happen. But I didn't think it was going to happen this fast and that contracts would get signed. But here we are in a very interesting situation. Charles Barkley reportedly is going to play in the LIV Pro-Am next week, amid talks of him joining, of course, the broadcast team for LIV. Now, this is something that is unprecedented, truly, within this whole golf sphere, if we're going to be completely honest. I mean, Charles Barkley is a well-known golfer, kind of. He loves to golf. He loves the game. But he's a basketball player by trade. He is known for his time on TNT and doing what he does there. But he's out here and he's done very well on the match as a commentator, but now coming out and doing this as a Pro-Am player, it's going to be interesting. And he is quoted in a interview from the New York Post about, doing well, because there's reports out there that if he does take the LIV Golf, he would not be able to return to the TNT gig and do the basketball and everything on Thursday and Tuesday nights on the TNT crew, which obviously does great numbers. And I will say he is underpaid. He is being paid about $30 million, I believe, for, what is that contract? I just had it up. I believe it's $30 million over $30 million contract with TNT, 3 year, $30 million, so $10 million a year. Some would argue that due to his talent and how charismatic he is and how just great he is on the mic, he is worth much more than that. And so the LIV, obviously, floating around maybe a $200 million deal. He obviously joked that he would do something to his mom for $200 million. But now out here saying, in a perfect scenario, I'd love to do both regarding the TNT and the LIV Golf gig. And then saying, I don't know how Turner's sponsors are going to feel about it. I know there is going to be some blowback. Essentially, he knows that if there is the opportunity to do LIV and he does decide to do LIV, there will not be an opportunity to do TNT because sponsors are going to do it just for clout. They're going to make sure that they have their bases covered because the LIV Golf League already has so many, let's say, great clouds around it, if you will. Just so much stormy clouds and not looking too hot. Bad viewership on YouTube, but already beefing up their commentary with David Faraday. And then maybe looking to get Charles Barkley, and then Barkley does go on to comment about how everyone is taking blood money going on. He said, I told Norman, listen, they're making up words like blood money and sports washing. I said, we have all taken blood money and we all have sports washed something. So I don't like those words, to be honest with you. If you are in pro sports, you are taking some type of money from not a great cause. And that's a very controversial comment, but not something that I think is completely unbelievable. Because we really don't know where all the money comes from at all times. And so unless we all want to dig in really into where everything goes and where everything comes from, I mean, Barkley does have a point. If anyone listens to the Pat McAfee show, shout out there. He got on his high horse, he said, quote unquote, this last Monday and talked about all these companies that are taking this kind of money when he was shouting out some golfer for making some money, and then he was shouted. It was a whole thing. You should go and check out his videos to just go see it. But the point being, there is dirty money everywhere. We don't know where money comes from when it comes to companies and stuff sponsoring other stuff. So I really am not concerned about the money. We all know that the Saudi money is quote unquote dirty, or whatever you want to call it, blood money, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter to me. We all know it's somewhat questionable. Let's just leave it at that. But bottom line is, this is a sports show, and so I'm talking about sports things. If Charles Barkley does sign with LIV, if this Pro-Am goes well, he can sign a good contract. He will take it. That makes LIV Golf already more serious than it is with all the golfers they've already signed, with David Faraday coming in to do commentary, and then Charles Barkley comes in. Cam Smith comes in after the FedEx Tour, which is reportedly happening. LIV Golf is looking up, and I hate to say it, but we are a sports show, and that's what we're talking about. Regardless of the money, we will definitely keep an eye on what Charles Barkley does next weekend in the Pro-Am for the LIV Tour. I really can't believe what's going on in golf. This has absolutely been explosive in a time in sports where it's usually very dim, but this is unbelievable. It will be interesting to see what Barkley does. He is one of the most talented commentators when it comes to sports. His analysis and everything like that. He is an incredible talent. So shout out to Charles for hopefully getting paid what he will get paid if he does end up joining that tour. But we'll keep a close eye on the Pro-Am. But of course, please, if you've liked this content, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Help us fight that YouTube algorithm. Buy merch down below. We do have a content for merch. We just released our brand new bucket hats. They are super awesome. And also follow me on the Twitter at Brofict1, the show at DGenTakes. But besides that, I've been the Brofict1 AJ, and we'll see you next time on Degenerate Takes.